Make sure it's live on the John here.
Mo cracked me up. I read what he put in the chat. That shit had me rolling.
Which one?
My lady said, what we gonna watch? You said, shit, the owner's box, that shit's going live. You gonna have to wait.
I guarantee you, bro, mid-show or whatever it is, she gonna come in, she gonna be hella loud. Hey, But luckily, I went to the store today. She liked them little Pandora bracelets, so I got her one of them charms. So as soon as she walk in the door, that's what she's gonna see. That might buy me some time. You feel me? So
yeah,
no doubt.
That should tide you over.
All right. So let me knock the intro out. Good evening, good day, good afternoon, good morning. All depends on where you're located. Back here with another one. USFL presents the Owner's Box, hosted by myself, Gates Ty, and in this episode is a little special. For the first time ever, we ever did a just open invite to all the owners, man. The first person that jumped on was the man himself, Eagles, aka Mr. Fuzzy Chair, aka the Mo Show, aka Hennessy Black. You know what I'm saying? Just
aka the Tuck.
Right. What's up, fellas? What's going on?
Good.
Sorry, man. I mean, I named this episode Deflated. I don't know if everybody's seen the screenshot. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that was a direct shot to myself, about myself. Hence, the Mo beat me, and then everybody, counting me out, and they treat me like you know what I'm saying? Like it's over for the kid. You know what I'm saying? Like I had my run. Is it? But it comes with the territory. Ty, man, you talk about it all the time, man. It comes with sitting and being in front of this camera all the time and speaking certain things into existence and bringing certain energy. So just 8-8. It is what it is, man.
Hey, they treating you the way you treat me? Is that what you said?
Whatever. I'm gonna do it like this. I ain't in a position to say nothing about anything.
That's what I always say.
And I'm gonna take myself off the list. But then you go right behind me and say, "Well, I'm gonna put you on the list."
You like that, huh?
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, man. So what's going on? Tell you where you want to start at, man. I figure we start fourth quarter review. We start me and Mo's game and our division. Where y'all want to start at, man?
Man, brother, let's let the guest point us in the right direction.
I mean, we can start with our division since that's what everybody's talking about. We the NFC Least. I think that's what we are right now.
Okay. How does it feel to sweep me for the first time ever? How does it feel?
To be honest, I mean, I feel like this is the least talented team that you've had. So it's like it feels good, but at the same time, I know you usually working with more over there. So I'm gonna take this first season. I'm gonna take it, but I know next year. I was talking to Ty earlier. I was like, next year, it's going down. They already talked. I don't know. I guess they think it's soft over here in the East, but I think that we all got. I feel like the NFC East got some great talent there. So
I mean, you know what? Let me say this: everybody that's in this league likes real football and watches real football. Yeah. In real life, the NFC East is garbage, and it's been garbage for a few seasons. I don't get why people don't understand that in season one, we inherit them trash-ass rosters you see every Sunday in the real NFL. Like, that's in the real NFL, they're not good. So why would you think if we're inheriting these trash rosters, we're going to be monsters out the gate? Like, Najee said something yesterday, and I was like, I was going to comment, but I said, nah, I'm going to save it for a show. And that's the whole added Ty-riffic, hey, I don't want to hear nothing about it's the first season, yada, yada, yada. And my first thought was this. If you do well in the first season, I get why you want to get props and big up because you're doing well. And I get it. And by me saying something like it's the first season, it doesn't diminish what anybody else does. But in that first season, I mean, some people got the game early. Some people didn't. Some people have had time to lapse. Some people haven't. Some people adjusted early or the game suits the way they play. Some people haven't. Some people have really good rosters. Some people have really bad rosters. This is a marathon. We play multiples of seasons. This ain't a sprint. So I'm glad you feel good about yourself because you got out to a nice little lead, brother. but there's miles and miles in this race to come. So when you're standing there with your hands on your knees, panting at the halfway mark, and I'm in full stride and I'm rocking and rolling, that's when we gonna conversate. So when I say it's only the first season, it's not to diminish what anybody's done in season one. It's just to say I wouldn't exactly look at what's going on in season one and be like, well, you know, those are the people that's going to be good and those are the people that's going to be bad.
Oh, yeah, true. That's like, so I started off 3-0. You know, I felt pretty good. You know, I had some pretty good, my defensive scheme was really working the first 3 games. And then I guess at the third game, somebody said, yeah, you know, Maurice and Fletcher Cox. And so I've been getting double teamed on the line ever since. I started losing games. So my thing is, what I say, what, you know, since I based off our division, is like, we've been playing each other for so long. Like, we know exactly what each other's going to do. This is the first year. Moondog swept me. I beat you twice, but it was only by 1 possession. And the one time I got a prayer, I remember I threw the bomb up.
One time, yeah.
And this is I've never beat Gates prior to this season. So like, that's why I was like, and I still finished 8-8. It was still a very interesting, it was an interesting season nonetheless. I was just saying, like, I already got y'all. That's 6 games right there that I got to worry back from the rip. And then I got to worry about whoever else is on my schedule. I know I had Stick. I had Candyman. So I was just like.
Well, you're going to get that first place schedule, too.
Mm-hmm.
See, now that's another thing that, like a lot of people don't factor in. I mean, you start getting first place and you start getting playoffs. I mean, picture this. I told this to Gates before we went live.
Mm-hmm.
After my game, I looked. I lost 6 games this season with my trash-ass roster by less than a touchdown, including 2 to you. Less than a touchdown. Yeah. If I win them 6 games, I got 9 wins with the squad I got. So now I'm getting it together toward the back end. I've developed some players. I'm going to have at least a top 3 or 4 pick in the draft, and I got money to spend in free agency. And I'm going to have a last-place schedule. I mean, I'm going to have a nice little segue into season 2.
Yo, I be looking at my schedule, and like even like when I finish like 3rd and 4th, in my mind I still looked at my schedule. I'm like, my schedule's still hard as shit. Like, I think is Rel the Ravens, right?
Yeah, Rel's the Ravens, yep.
Rel's got he's finally figuring out how to fucking use the Ravens. I played him, lost to him. I lost to Dre, lost to Candyman. So I feel like whatever schedule that they throw at me next season is, you know, might be equivalent to this year, but next season I already know I'm gonna have less talent, so I'm gonna have to really like minimize my turnovers and stuff. Like, I went up on Gates, 13-0, right? And he came back, and once he was up by 1, I already knew it was gonna go down to the 4th quarter. I was just like, here we go. Like, it was crazy.
See, it's funny because I think that's where me and Gates are different. Gates jumps around and bounces around all the time, and he's able to take the team he wants. Mm-hmm. So typically in the past, outside of this season, he's taking teams who are pretty good out the gate so he can get off to a fast start. So now getting Washington without the best roster, I think this is a little different for him. Unfortunately for me, I'm kind of used to – I've always been the Giants, and the Giants haven't been good in a few years. So I'm used to knowing out the gate, hey, man, it's going to be tough this first season, man. Just try to – look at your roster, decide who's keepers, who you want to develop, get them young boys in there, try to shed some payroll, try to solidify positions, try to build a scheme, and just know that in seasons 2, 3, and later, it's going to be greater. So definitely not saying that in a funny way, but what I'm saying is Gates now is experiencing what I've been experiencing for the last few seasons because I've been consistently with a bad team. So it just comes with the territory, and you just know out the gate, if you meet, hey, man, it's gonna be. Cletus always says, "Hey, man, it's gonna be some tough sledding in the beginning."
Yeah, it's crazy because it's like, I don't get that slack, right? Like, I don't get the chance to rebuild. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I come out, you know, even having like the second worst roster on the game, it's still like you don't get no pass. You got to come out and dominate. And this madness, for the first time, it really feels like if your team ain't built to win, they're not gonna win.
Remember, I told you,
it don't matter how hard you play. It's like, yo, they not built to win, man.
Your quarterback was throwing bad passes, and the people was wide open.
Yeah. I said that last on the box. That's why, once again, with the whole, don't say it's season 1. Listen, last Madden, you seen it, but this Madden, really, honestly, talent makes a big difference.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not talking about no X factor. I'm talking about if you just don't have a good team, you could have a good scheme, but ultimately, when you need clutch plays, you're not going to get the bounces your way, and the other team is.
Yeah.
And it's not getting maddened. I mean, if you think about, like, if you have a bad team, you shouldn't get breaks. You're a bad team. Like,
Yeah.
I started the season, my first play of the first snap of game 1, Saquon Barkley went out on the first play of my game. I've had more people on the injured reserve than anybody else. I still got Golden Tate out for like 30 or 40 weeks. My dudes can't catch balls, to quote Najee Pause. I mean, I think I was the most penalized team in the game because the secondary's porous. I mean, don't get me wrong. None of that's excuses. I don't make no excuses. All I'm simply saying is, if you're me or now you have to know going into it, when you play a team like the Eagles and they got talent everywhere, man, how you matching up?
Yeah.
You can play the best you can. You can try to be in the right place. You can do what you got to do. Mo talked about this a few minutes ago. I had him beat in our first game. This dude had like a 3rd and 30, and I'm not exaggerating. You can ask him if I'm exaggerating. It was 3rd and 30. This dude threw a Hail Mary to Zach Ertz 4 yards downfield. I had 3 dudes on him, and Zach Ertz mossed 3 of my dudes.
He did that to me yesterday. Some dude just threw the ball on 4th and 8.
Oh, I did do that. It was Ertz again.
Right. So look at that play. There's nothing I did wrong. I couldn't have played better. I got him backed up. I got him in position. I covered his main target. I had multiple people on him. If you have a bad team, that happens. Now imagine if I have Jalen Ramsey out there. That shit probably ain't happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? When you talk to a realist, like I know it was bullshit. I knew when I caught it. As a matter of fact, I don't think it was Ertz on Gates. I think a good one got it.
It was a good one. It was a good one.
But it's real people. It's people out here like, oh, I timed it perfect. No, my nigga, just be honest.
Yeah.
The Madden guys was there.
Yeah, for sure. You know, my eyes got big. I was like, 4th and 8. He threw that like that. My eyes got big. I was like,
the first thing I'm thinking is, oh, that's a pick.
Yeah.
As soon as he threw the ball and I seen the camera, I'm thinking to myself, and I seen 3 of my dudes, I'm thinking, give me that. Game over. Nope.
For sure. For sure. He caught that thing on me and the computer. I was like, oh, that's going to be one of them games, man. I just shook my head like, you know. I know what the man is doing. Dive, run, play action pass. And I'm just like, I can't tackle.
Hey, and on defense, cover 3 match, cover 3 match, cover 3 match, cover 3 match, cover 3 match.
I get that. I get
spread the linebacker, spread the D line, spread the linebacker.
I get cover 3 match, 4 quarters press, 4 quarters. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I was talking to Tick. He was like, yeah, because your last drive, you went down the field, you kept going to the outside. He said, so I knew once you did the cover 3-4, you was going to go in that dumbass cover 3 match. I said, bro, but know what you want me to do. That's my place.
That's his place, which is fine. I mean, bro, do what you gotta do. Listen, man. I mean, it's y'all division, you know, and you want to, you know, y'all defended it, so now I just gotta get to work. It's all good, you know. I was on the Diamond Mound this summer when you guys were out here getting to it. Now I got my 45 jersey on. I thought I could come back in and dominate, and it's like, nope. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, what they say? They said you was on your road to the what they say?
Yeah, no,
He's on the road to Canton.
Yeah, man. You know, so the question becomes: can Gates win with a team? Can't win with a, you know? Listen, man. I took the Cletus route this year, I guess. You know, now you know he gets 3 years. Let's see how it goes. We'll see what happens next season. How do y'all feel about like what I like to call the fourth quarter, last 4 games of the season? I lost first time. I don't think I ever lost four back to back like that.
I just saw that you lost that one after the game. I looked and it said you was like on a losing streak.
Yeah, 4-game losing streak. You, Dre, Niji, and
Hey man,
somebody else I lost to. It doesn't matter. I mean, we looked terrible out there.
I mean, how do I feel about the fourth quarter review? I feel like it went the way it should have went. I feel like the teams that were consistently good this season, they took care of their business. The teams that were mediocre played mediocre, and the teams that were bad played bad. If you look at any of the records, that's literally the way it went down.
Yeah, I think the AFC East, like we said in the very first show this year, they did exactly what we expected them to do. They fought it. That was a dogfight in that division. between Don Joe, Skills, and Cletus. Candyman and Dre came to play. We figured that. I mean, Ninja got some wins. Just inheriting that Seattle team. Jersey Boy Don and Kurt battled it out. I was surprised to see Boone. Boone coming third, but he had some injuries. John the Bullet, that division, I know he's trying to figure it out. He has a lot of stuff going on. So yeah, you're right, man. Tig dominated like as expected.
Yeah, I said everybody did. I mean, everybody just held the form. Like there wasn't no surprises. Nobody.
Rail going 12-3 was
no.
Good to see.
Well, think about what you have up there. The fourth quarter review.
Yeah. Fourth quarter review.
What Rail did was continue doing what he was doing. Now, if you're talking about a whole year review,
which was
surprises. But in the fourth quarter,
for sure.
Everybody that was winning continued winning. The people that were mediocre continued being mediocre, and the people that were losing continued losing. Everybody just held true to form.
Yeah, I agree. Tom, I ask my question is: Do you want to do a weeks from week 1 to week 17? Who your best players, and then we do the postseason, or you rather wait till after the end of the postseason if you had like the better year?
In terms of players,
yeah.
Well,
I mean, what I mean is like
No, I know what you mean. It's kind of like no. You know what? I mean, we could do it.
Well, then skills. Jersey Boy Don, who had the best offense in your opinion?
Holy cow.
Mo,
shit.
Who you think? Either one of y'all go first.
I got it. Well, to be honest, I didn't play Skills this year, so I don't think I watched Skills play this year. And I'm unbiased versus my brother, so I don't really know if I can't answer the question.
Okay. To me, both offenses were just as good.
Yeah, they're
the only reason why I'm going to give Skills a nod is something that Jersey Boy said. That's the only reason why.
Okay.
I think Skills played tougher competition more consistently throughout the year. Now, I hate saying that because I think Jersey Boy's offense is as good as anybody's, including Skills. But when Jersey Boy himself comes on and says, hey, I don't really feel like I've been tested that much, and Skills is consistently playing Cletus, consistently playing Don Joe, and still able to put up them points, I got to go with Skills.
Okay. What about, Fear the Night was number 2?
Hey, man, that's another dude right there. Honestly, what an impressive year that dude had. And he's never in the chat, and he doesn't say much, so nobody talks about him. But I really think at the end of the year, he's arguably been tied for one or the second best player in the entire NFC from start to finish. Period, point blank, end of discussion.
Yeah.
He's just done it quietly.
Yeah, I mean, looking at Skills numbers, it's hard to dispute that. And I think a solid number 2 could be Fear tonight. Jersey Boy Don 3. The Raiders being a rookie in this league, and then he had a great offensive year. I don't know what his defense is like, but he put up some.
Even going back to UG, Ivan always has a monstrous offense.
Yeah, he's been solid. It'll be interesting to see what he does with that team.
Yeah, I think he had a slow start. I think the last show we had, I think he had like 2 wins. Nobody had none, but I know he's a good player. I didn't even know he was in here in the league until I'm like Ivan, because mind you, I think I'm the one who brought Ivan to the CFM leagues. I used to be my old manager, so.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like he had a solid year, in my opinion. Let's see. Top defenses. Who you think? Before I go to the stats, you guys.
You're gonna have to go to the stats because.
Okay, let's do it.
Defense is different this year. It's much different. You can't see a dominant defense. They kind of creep up on you because there ain't a shit ton of picks and turnovers and sacks. It's just more of getting timely stops.
Yeah. So, Rel at number 1, he did a great. Rel, Tick, Moondog, Boone, Bills, Titans, and myself.
Is that the top 5?
Yeah, Steelers cap the top 5. I'm sharing the screen. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah.
Yeah, it's small. Do the top 10 just out of curiosity.
Gotcha. Can you see it now?
Let me enlarge my screen. Yeah, now I can.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, those are the top 10 right there.
See, it's hard though because think about it. I've played a lot of those teams. I see the stats, but does any team defensively that any of you guys played all year really jump out in terms of, man, they really boxed me up or bagged me?
And man, I'm surprised I couldn't stop a runny nose this year, man.
You see what I'm saying? Like I see the people. I just played Rel. I want to say I put up 28, 35 points. That don't get me wrong. I'm not saying the people's defense is trash. What I'm saying is I didn't feel like I was playing a dominant defense. Right. I played Tick. He handcuffed me in the first half. In the second half, I came on pretty strong. So, again, this is not saying people don't have good defense. It's saying I just didn't feel anybody was dominant on defense this year.
Yo, I played Bill this year. Bill beat the shit out of me. And I was just like, I couldn't stop it.
Yeah.
That's one team that stood out. I played Rel. I feel like Rel, he beat me by maybe like a touchdown or something like that.
Hey, you guys want to hear something crazy? Look at the Cleveland Browns at number 2.
Oh, okay, let me go back. Okay.
When have you guys ever seen where we went an entire season in? Look at number 2. Look at the sacks.
6.
That man had 6 sacks for the whole season, brother.
6 and 2 interceptions.
That shit is crazy.
2 fumbles and 15 interceptions. Who led in interceptions? The Rams. The Rams.
That's crazy.
It's crazy, man. Don't throw near the Rams. Yeah, for sure taking that out of here.
I don't know if that number is accurate though.
Me neither. Well, we probably gotta wait for what?
Okay, well, we'll go back to what you hit with the interceptions, and I'm gonna tell you why I don't think that number is accurate.
Okay.
You see look at who's number 5. Me. I didn't handle them 38 interceptions.
No, you didn't pick off the ball 38 times?
Nah, man.
If you count up all your players, your defensive players, you don't think they picked off 38 passes?
I mean, maybe I'll have to count it, but I sure don't feel like I had 38 damn interceptions. I don't know if I cracked 20.
Oh, I don't know.
Yo, daddy leagues don't lie, man.
I mean, I'm gonna look, but I'm like, man, shit.
Yeah.
I'm on the PlayStation right now. I'm gonna look right now because I'm like, I really.
Yeah.
Hell no, man. Look, okay. 3, 6, 9, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I got 19 picks on the season on the console with my entire team. That might be interceptions I threw.
Right. Maybe that might be it. Maybe. So maybe Daddy Leagues ain't as accurate. We got Jersey Boy Don saying, damn, he threw 52 picks.
Who the hell threw 52 picks?
Who threw 52 picks?
So Jersey Boy Don is saying, let's look at Daddy Leagues again here. Let's go to well, look, the Rams did throw. It says the Rams threw 51 interceptions.
Hey, so I was right. You see how it says Daniel Jones says 37? I'm 5 on that list. Remember how I told you that might be the amount of picks thrown? Because I was like, I knew damn well I have 38 picks, man.
Got you. Yeah, got you. That's what it's saying.
I'll tell you what, if you throwing 52 picks a season, you averaging 3 a game, low key, like 3.4.
Yeah.
Oh,
Say it again.
And yes, I did mean to leave it there. Yeah.
Okay. So if we look down here, right, we go by Tyree Jackson surprised me. Again, Fair Tonight had a great year with Tyree Jackson, Matt Ryan, of course. Who's the Patriots?
Hey man, hold on. Going back to what I was saying about how impressive these offenses were.
82 touchdowns?
Man, are you effing kidding me right now, man?
82 touchdowns.
If that man ain't the MVP, I'm gonna retire.
Yeah, 82 touchdowns.
82 touchdowns.
Listen, let's do this. If he don't win the Super Bowl this year, it's a bust. He got to win it. He got the most pressure on him this season. Huh?
Who we talking about?
Skills. The man got 80. Look at his stats, man.
That shit is ridiculous.
Look at the man's stats, man. 6,300 yards, 82 touchdowns.
82 touchdowns, man. That man's averaging like 4 or 5 touchdowns a game.
Look at Diggs' stats. Look at Diggs' stats.
What is the Falcons at?
Yeah, the Falcons is 3 with Matt Ryan with 58 and 53-48. But I'm going to say this. I'm so impressed with Jersey Boy Don's gameplay this year at Fear the Knights that even though Skills has been a monster, I'm not counting Jersey Boy Don and Fear the Night out.
Yo, I got Fear the Night and Skills in the Super Bowl, man. That's my pick for the Super Bowl.
I can see that, but I mean, Jersey Boy Don could very easily be there too. What's going to be interesting is going back to the last Owner's Box, Gates, where we talked to Jersey Boy about playoff failures and him admitting that he put too much pressure on himself, tried to change up his game plan and do some shit different. So what's going to be interesting is to see right here, right now, he has an opportunity to do what, like you like to say, Gates, is speak into existence, changing his fortune.
Yeah.
The other thing I think that might be a problem for Jersey Boy Don, that's a super duper confident young man. And Fear the Night is humble, quiet, doesn't say shit. So the fact that maybe Jersey Boy may not have watched a bunch of his games or scouted him, he may just go into the game thinking, I'm just going to blow this dude off the field, but Fear the Night ain't been playing.
Yeah. Listen, man, I pick Fear the Night. But yeah, like you said, he's under the radar. The man is putting up 70 points, right? He's putting up 60 points. He's been working all summer on his game. And where Jersey Boy Don doesn't, it's like the you know how it is when like teams run and gun all season in basketball, right?
Yeah.
To the playoffs, that shit slows down. The game slows all the way down. And then them teams who run and gun and shoot threes all day can't swing the score in the playoffs when they don't understand the possessions, the time, the clock management, and all that. Jersey Boy Don's going to see that because you're not getting just any random 16 players. You're getting the top, 5 or 6 players this season. So, and then what you did in these first 17 weeks don't matter. Don't work always in the playoffs.
I think it's going to play down to what matchups that we get in the playoffs. I think that's what it's really going to boil down to. If it's, I don't know, Jersey Boy Don, if he ended up playing somebody he played before and he sticks to, whatever, because he got one loss, correct? Or he got more than one loss?
Who's that?
Jersey Boy Don.
Jersey Boy Don has let's go here. I think he has 2, I believe. 2 left.
In my opinion, Jersey Boy Don and Fear the Night are the clearly, and it's not even close, 2 best players in the NFC. They're going to be in the NFC Championship. I don't care how the matchups shake out. They're clearly the 2 best teams. They played the best consistently. Their schemes are just immaculate. I'm not counting Jersey Boy Don out to make it to the bowl. Him and Fear the Night's going to be a pick 'em.
Now, I can agree with that, Ty, unless Fear the Night meets up with C-Dub. If Fear the Night can avoid C-Dub, he goes. If he has to face C-Dub, C-Dub gets past him, then Jersey Boy Don gets past C-Dub. That's how Jersey Boy Don gets to the Super Bowl.
Did we advance? Did we got the playoff matchups on the PlayStation or no?
No.
We didn't advance?
No, I think it's like 2 games being played or something right now, or a game being played. I know John the Bullet's playing somebody right now. And I don't know the last game. I'm not gonna look on the station.
Now, my brother, I was talking to my brother earlier. He was like, I forget what he said. He said, if I win my first game, I'm gonna have to play him. And my response was, oh well, I was never worried about playing you. But that's not me down playing my brother. That's me and my brother play so what my brother does in the regular season and he plays me is irrelevant to anything. That matchup, it don't matter who got what stats, that game's always gonna be crazy. But I was just talking trash. Someone I told him I was never worried about playing him. But I think it's gonna be based off the matchup, just like you said. If Fear Tonight meets C-Dub,
who does clearly Skills is the favorite in the AFC. Who does he play in the AFC Championship, Ty?
Well, hold on a sec. Before we say that, I do want to say one more thing about the NFC.
Okay, let's do it.
Just one more thing.
Can't count out Candy, man. Can't count out Dre.
That's where I'm going.
Candyman and Dre.
That's where I'm going. And I was going to say, okay, I do want to say Dub, Candyman, and Dre can rain on anybody's parade at any time. So even though I feel like the two best players have been Fear Tonight in Jersey Boy Don, just them dudes being in it gives them a chance to go all the way. So it is going to be a great playoff. And you're right, Gates. Maybe now in thinking of that, maybe it is going to come down to matchups because those three right there, I wouldn't want to draw one of those three.
Yeah, so let's say this, Ty. The only two people who are really proven are Candyman and Dre. They're the only two Super Bowl winners in this playoff run. So you see, we're saying that they might not make it just because how the game's been playing in their schedule. But they the most consistent and comfortable in this playoffs anyway.
Both Dre and Candyman both beat my ass. So I really ain't trying to see. Matter of fact, never mind. Go ahead.
I'm just saying. They're the two people who've been to the Super Bowl. So they know how to get there, what it takes to get there, and what to win it. Everybody else, this is, Jersey Boy.
I'm an underdog story. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm just that's all. That's all I can do.
We shall see. Anything left to say about the AFC before we go to the NFC?
Well, I'll say something to Mo. You know what, man? I text Mo before we went on the show, and I was telling him, man, your record doesn't matter. Your history doesn't matter. If you in the playoffs, you got as good a chance as anybody else, man. It's one and done, bro.
Yep.
Don't let anybody's reputations or what they've done in the past or what you have or haven't done have anything to do with anything. Mo, you just have that mentality of going out there and playing your best ball. Yeah, you do some simple, basic things, but they work, and it's why you're where you're at. So stick to doing what you do, bro, and play your game. If you lose, man. But just go in there exactly the way you are with that attitude of, hey, man, one game at a time. I'll be the underdog.
Listen, man, Tick only got 8 plays, man. He runs them to perfection, man. That's my guy. Listen, we used to beef about it. He got 8 plays. You got about 6. They all work. Whatever works, man. Whatever it's going to take to get there, just get there. Don't matter how you get there. Just get there. A win is a win. People want to clown you. Just get them. These only 4 games to count, man. That's it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
The other 16 is for seeding. These are the only games, in my opinion, that count to me. These playoff games. That's it. So if you go in, represent us right, you got my support, man.
Hey, yo, listen. All I know is I don't play Dre on Sundays. When you play Dre on Sunday, he's a whole different. Don't talk to that. Don't play that man after he done went to church. That's a.
Oh yeah. And after he talks to his wife.
Right, exactly. And
I'm
gonna make sure my girlfriend don't say nothing stupid because she can hear me. She right here. I'm gonna make sure she's not here when I'm playing because she be distracting me sometimes. So I'm gonna just make sure. I'm just make. Not from my friends, but yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
So, in terms of the answer to the question about the AFC, it's tough, man. Skills to me clearly has been the best player.
C-Dub says Tick's
going to be a problem. Cletus, that's not a person I want to see hanging around or in that first game.
You know where I'm going? Ty, you know where I'm going? I'm going Rail, man. The man got the best in my opinion, got the best player on the game.
Hey, man, let me tell you something, man. Lamar Jackson is the reason he beat me. We just played.
He's the best player in the game, man. I've been telling this
touchdown, but I'm telling you, like, I want to say it says Lamar had 91 speed, I think, at least 91. But I swear it had to be like 99 speed because like I wasn't even making first contact with Lamar Jackson for like 15 yards downfield. That shit was crazy.
The man
QB spy don't work. You
he has
can't
the Michael Vick of
QB
07.
spy is way faster than you.
He has the Michael Vick of 07, man. It's like Madden 07 and Michael Vick's on the cover all over again. And Burrow has that guy. Like, it's crazy. I'm going skills and rail, man. I just want to see some new faces. And this is the first time it might be possibly new faces. I'm going Bills and Ravens.
I'm going skills and tick. I just played tick recently too. I mean, I like what he's doing and how he's doing it, and that he's loaded with personnel on that Browns team, man. He's got people all over the field. I mean, he's gonna pound the dog shit out of you with Hunt and Chubb, and then when you get too crazy on them, he's got Odell and Jarvis on the outsides, and that defense is loaded. Greedy Williams, Denzel Ward, I mean, that shit is tough, man.
Yo, it's actually some great matchups in the playoffs. It's gonna be pretty dope.
Yeah, man. I just put it in the chat, man. I just wrote it in stone for me, man. Those are my opinions in the chat, not Mo and not Ty's. I got Bills versus Ravens. Here, I even show it. Bills versus Ravens. Bears versus Falcons. But ultimately in the bowl, we got Bears and the Bills.
Okay. You can put this one for me. I'm going Falcons and Bears in the NFC. And in the AFC, I'm going Browns and Bills. And ultimately, I think it's going to be.
You said Bills and Browns, right?
Huh?
Bills and Browns, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think
I don't got no pick. I'm just playing.
Yeah, those are my Super Bowl picks.
Who you picked in the bowl?
I got in both of the AFC and NFC championship.
Who'd you pick for the Super Bowl?
I didn't have Super Bowl picks.
Who wins out of Bears and Falcons? There's Jersey Boy Don. Falcons versus Bills. Is that what we're saying?
If push comes to shove, man, I feel like the young boy's ready, but I would go fear the night just because I mean I gotta see Jersey Boy get over the hump. So I'm gonna go Bears, Bills in the Super Bowl.
Oh, same thing I got. Okay.
Yeah, same thing. Yep.
Now my question is this: who wins the Super Bowl if Skills is playing his game and Fear the Night's game at the same time? He can't play himself. No, I'm just teasing.
I know, right?
He can't play Fear the games and Fear the Night's game at the same time. So, you know.
I mean, honestly, in that scenario, man, it pushed Bills to shove, and I had a gun in my head. I gotta say, Bills is favorite for the bowl. I'm actually in agreement with you with everything you said, man. Yeah,
for sure. Bills win Super Bowl, and C-Dub got Eagles versus Bills in Super Bowl. That's a man, and that's no disrespect to Cletus, Don, Joe. I think the matchups just don't favor Cletus and Don Joe this year. You know what I'm saying? Even Candyman and Dre, like, it just really depends on this matchup and how this new playoff bracket, man, because we could be totally wrong with this new bracket. You know what I'm saying? We don't even know how it's going to be set up, but we'll see. We'll see.
I love it. I love Don, Jersey Boy. I remember this bullshit. They fear the night. Watch your fucking back. I like that, man. I like that. But you know, it's funny because a lot of my picks too, it doesn't come down to the people. It comes down to season one and the current rosters these people are playing with.
Right.
So when I say certain people are going to win, I don't think it's a knock to knocking them as necessarily as an owner or a player. It's like you said with some of the matchups, like if you don't have the roster and talent to play the way you want to play right now, you don't have it. If you look at some of the people that are really crushing it, they got good overall teams.
Okay, so now, man, you are agreed. We're both picking Skills to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think that I would say that.
Now, there's a team we haven't spoke about in the NFC, and I think the man deserves some respect on his name, and that's the Saints, right? He finally got it together. How do you see Kurtz? How do you see Kurtz running this possible playoffs?
He definitely deserves respect on his name. Everybody in the playoffs deserves respect on their name. Period. Point blank.
Yeah,
I don't care if you squeaked in. But I don't feel like Kurt's playing well. But I feel like some of the people we talk about, they're on another level.
Okay.
Like I watched the Jersey Boy Don Saints game, the first game. I was really into that game. And to me, that's kind of the way I see the playoffs going in terms of Kurt and the Saints. He played well until almost the half. And then I think there was a key mistake, and Don took advantage of it and scored. And then Don got the ball back in the beginning of the second half. And then it kind of started turning into a blowout. So I think Kurt's good, and he's solid. But I just think people like Don or Bears in the NFC, they're just playing on another list. Dub is another one. I just think they're playing at a slightly higher level. Like there's a difference between being a solid team and a great team. And I think Kurt is super solid. But I think like Dub, Jersey Boy, Bears, I think they're great teams.
Yeah. Kurt was, I remember Kurt was one of the undefeated teams in the beginning of the season, if I'm not mistaken. I forget how many wins he actually had before he took his loss, because I forget what game I won a game, and he was like, "Oh, Tick must be playing your games again." So I told myself, mark my calendar, and I was, I was ready to play the Saints, and Eagles came out and handled that. But yeah, Kurt has been playing some decent football, but like you said, I don't really know if it's gonna be enough to get him over the hump, but we shall see.
Yeah. We also got somebody I think made the playoffs for the first time ever in USFL. I could be wrong, but I don't know this guy making the playoffs, and he's on the AFC side. Truck is the Texans.
I think Truck made playoffs is Washington last year in season 1, right, Mo?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He made the playoffs in season 1. It was a one and done because remember, Gates, you kept teasing him about not doing anything after that.
Oh, that's right. My apologies, man. But how do you see his AFC? How do you think he can he get past the one and done?
Truck starts off what? Maybe 3-0 or whatever, trash talking. Whatever he was on in the beginning of the season, he's going to have to do that in the playoffs to get over the hump.
I like something Gates said earlier. I don't think the matchups favor Truck. Yeah. I think Truck started out really, really good, really strong. He kind of stumbled down the line. He took a bad loss to Tone like a game or two ago. And even the bottom playoff teams, your Cletus and Don Joes. So that's just going to be a tough matchup for Truck any which way you look at it. So I see Truck being one and done.
Yeah. I mean, because even John the Bullet is at a risk too. Like, he'll probably make the playoffs, but John the Bullet's teammate ain't equipped to make a run, in my opinion.
I mean, if you Truck in your first game against John the Bullet or Cletus or Don Joe, or I mean, those types of guys, I'm not saying he can't win, but it's not a good matchup for him.
Yeah. Jersey Boy Don telling John the Bullet beating people in the regular season doesn't matter. If that's the case, fair tonight don't stand a chance.
No, it's not you.
Yeah, because I seen John say something, but I didn't see what it was. Put John's comment back up.
He said if that's the case, he beat the Super Bowl winner.
A winner, yeah. Look at that, John the Bullet.
Yeah, John the Bullet don't have that talent that he had in the Rams, though.
Hey man, Chargers ain't no slouch ass squad though, man. Like, I mean, that's not a bad team.
Yeah.
I mean, it ain't the Rams team he had. Don't get me damn wrong. That Rams team was insane.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I'm saying. It's like driving a Ferrari and then you jump back into a Honda. It's still a good car, but it ain't no Ferrari. You know what I'm saying? So. Any tips for the playoffs? I mean, you only team on this channel look like they made it on the show right now to make the playoffs. You want to give any tips?
Me give any tips? Me, I stay humble regardless, winning, losing.
Stop it, man. Stop it. You don't stay humble, man. You just on humble on this camera right now. That's probably because your lady in the living room with you or whatever.
Nah. Listen. Even like I said. Nah. When I mean stay humble, because even after I started off 3-0, I wasn't really like too excited. I knew either way the end of the season was still going to be like the way the season ended with the NFC. I knew it was going to happen. Like I could have started off 5-0, and you was still going to be there. Like that's just the type of person I am. That's the type of person I really told my brother. Like, but as you can see, me and my brother are complete opposites. Like my brother will talk trash. I said, bro, just stop talking and win a championship, because when you lose, that's when you really got the people talking at you, because that's why I said stay humble. But nothing against him, because he's been playing some great football, the best football that I've seen him play. So I just grind hard, stay humble. It's kind of like those people who always do good the first season and then you never really see them afterwards. That's why it's tip of the show. Grind hard, stay humble.
Somebody growing up, Ty. Somebody growing up, because this ain't the guy we know from the motion. You know what I'm saying?
I love it, man. He got him a grown man chair and not a chair with fur on it and fuzz.
It's the Hennessy Black. He's sipping on something new over there. It's the Hennessy Black.
Hey, you right about that, because I remember he used to drink. I want to say he used to drink that box bullshit wine in the box.
Yeah, he was. He was drinking that heavy. Man, we watching you grow up, man.
Yo, first off, my shit was not in the box. You talking about my Carlos Rios, that big ass sangria?
I guess what it was a jug. Okay, I thought it was that box.
That don't make it no better, man. No grown man.
No. The box. Only time I ever kind of box wine was like in college, and like white girls come with the box wine. Yeah. So I thought that was a little bit more disrespectful than my jug.
Yo, ain't no grown man supposed to be out here drinking no sangria, man. If you don't stop playing around.
Yo, it's like Carlos Rios, so I'm telling you, listen.
And I don't care what White Jones came around with. You get that box out of here. You get that jug in that box out of here, man.
That's what I'm saying, though. I agree. I wasn't drinking from a box.
All right. Ty, you got any tips for the playoffs, man?
I don't know if it's a tip. Well, okay, if it's a tip for the playoff as opposed to a tip.
All right, what's the tip for the tip?
Well, I got the playoff one is kind of what I told Mo, and I told Don this too. Man, I know it's tempting to look at tape and matchups and think you need to change something you're doing, or think somebody, oh man, this isn't gonna work, or they're gonna know what I'm gonna do. You got where you got for a reason, man. Like my tips for the playoff teams is to keep doing what you're doing. If you lose, man, lose doing what you did best to get you there, man. Don't try to get cute or fancy. Don't try to switch it up or tweak it. I'm not saying not to have a plan B, but don't change what you did to get where you get. Either it's good enough right now or it's not. But don't, after 16 games, try to do something different than what you've been doing. So I guess that would be my tip for the playoff teams.
Okay.
What about you, Gates?
One snap at a time, man.
Huh?
Take it one snap at a time.
Yeah.
Okay. That's really all I can say. One snap at a time. It don't matter what the score is. The game ain't over until the game is over. You know what I'm saying? I've come down from 21-0, being down this pretty much this whole season. I've been down 14-0, 21-0, 17-0. I brought the game back, but I ended up losing in the fourth quarter. So just one snap at a time, man. It's no different in the playoffs. Be willing to adjust on the fly. That'd be really my tips for the playoffs. Do you have any tips for the teams who didn't make the playoffs?
Yeah. I got plenty of those because I'm one of them, so I can speak with experience. My biggest takeaway, and maybe other people could look at this, I've always prided myself as a defensive player first, right? I've always had blazing, stifling defenses, and I score enough points to do what I got to do. It's really abundantly clear to me at the end of the season, this isn't a defensive game. You're not going to be a stifling defense. You're not going to be able to dial up blitzes on command. You're not going to be able to user pick your way to victory. You just need to play sound enough defense to get stops in key situations. So my tip for folks that didn't make the playoffs, really, really, really try to hammer down your offensive schemes on the offensive side of the ball and just have the mindset of playing defense that's good enough to get you stops here and there. Don't kill yourself on offense. We laughed. The Rams throwing 58 picks. Daniel Jones threw 37. Gates, remember like 2 years ago in Madden, I told you this. Think about this, right? So with 8-minute quarters, let's say in the course of the game you get 10 possessions, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you throw 3 or 4 picks a game, you now have 7 possessions and your opponent has 14 in a game in which you defensively can't lock up no more. You have 7 possessions, your opponent has 14. How are you going to win that game?
Yeah.
So really try to play clean, try to play smart. Don't be afraid to check down. Don't be afraid to hit the flats. Just play smart on offense and just do enough on defense to try to keep the ball in front of you and hope your opponent makes a mistake.
Yeah. I would say right now to determine what style of team you're going to be, you try to play with whatever team was given to you with the roster and all that, like you inheriting whatever roster. Use this offseason to be smart, make moves that help you build your team the way you want to be built for the rest of it. Because it's only year one. I mean, we might go another 7, 8 years in this league like last Madden. So, I mean, that's the conversation I'm trying to have myself like, all right, I took this team, we didn't make the playoffs. Now we just blow the whole team up and build the way I wanted to build. And go from there.
I think my tip of the show, I feel like you gotta learn yourself. For example, so everybody know I'm always the Eagles, and I always run into salary cap because I always want to hold on to players, throughout the time, not only myself, but my fellow brothers tell me we gotta sometimes you gotta learn yourself. Like some people be like true fans to their team where they don't want to cut people off because they're real fans. But if we talk about Madden, it can be completely other, it's completely different. Also, when I say learn yourself, I mean me, for some reason, I'm hard-headed. So if I know if you're a user lurker, for some reason, I'll be testing people user alert. I know people be controlling the middle linebacker, and I'll try to hold the ball, and thinking I'm outsmarting them, and then I throw a pick 6. I think I did the same thing with you last game.
Yeah, that screen.
Yeah,
I knew that screen was coming.
I knew you knew what play I was doing. I knew you knew I was doing the screen. And I get so mad because when you brought that dude up, I feel like my dude that I had doing the cross behind you, he might have been open. But it's like a pride thing. And I don't know why, but sometimes people just gotta let go to pride because I knew you knew what I was doing. I still did the ball.
I was like, yo, why is he coming out in this shotgun set on 3rd and 6? He better not throw this screen. And I think the ball just ran to the line of scrimmage. Like, Mo, don't throw that screen. You threw it anyway. I was like, the disrespect. The disrespect. The disrespect. So let's see. Again, the line is open. The link is in the chat, in the YouTube chat. The link is in the GroupMe chat. It's the first time ever somebody can be live and just jump on the show, say whatever they need to say, combat anything we had to say here. And Mo's the only person who took the challenge, man. Where's the second tones at? Where's where is the trucks at? Where that other guys, man? Somebody else is more than welcome to come on here.
Speaking of set the tone,
say anything.
Hopefully he get it together because I think he swept Truck this season, and Truck is the division winner.
Oh, listen, that's that's the next segment right after this. That's everybody's favorite part of the show, man. Let me check the YouTube comments and see no questions there. Let me check the GroupMe chat. Nope, no questions there. No live questions. No new owners jumping in. And I guess let's get to it. The list that everybody loves and hates. You know what I'm saying? It's a gift and a curse list right here. The get it together list. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna hit Ty's line this week, and I'll probably still be on the list. But I'm gonna go, hey, I ain't in no position to say anything. I'm putting myself on the list. You know what I'm saying? I didn't make the playoffs. I put myself on the get it together list. Ty, who y'all want to put on and get it together with?
Okay, I'm going to do a twofer.
Go ahead.
Because I'm going to have the disclaimer, I'm not in a position to talk about anybody else's game. However, the reason why it's a twofer, I'm definitely putting myself on the list. Okay, 3 victories out of 13. I don't make excuses. That's just porous. Now, granted, there's a few people behind the scenes that know what I'm going through. But that being said, I picked up this stick. I got on the field. I got 3 wins. I'm going to put myself on it. The other person I'm going to put on this list is the Chiefs. The Chiefs also is 3-13. And the reason I'm going to put Brandon on there, folks in the UG know, Brandon really played very well toward the end of the last few months in UG. He was Washington, maybe?
Oh, B.L. Brown? B.L. Brown?
Yeah. He was making playoffs. He was making noise, and he looked really good, and he ended really strong. So for him to come into the USFL with the Chiefs and Mahomes and Tyreek Hill and that squad and muster 3 victories, I got 3 victories, but I'm rolling with D. Jones. You rolling with P. Mahomes, my man. I'm rolling with Darius Slayton. You rolling with Tyreek Hill. I'm rolling with Evan Ingram. You're rolling with Travis Kelce. So our 3 wins ain't the same. I don't know what happened to you, Brandon, but I'm on the list with you, but you're going to need to get it together too, brother.
Jersey but get it together, Kyle.
I put myself on that list, right? I called me out.
Yeah.
I brought up the fact I got 3, but again, I mean, think about this. Think about what I said. How you got P. Mahomes, bro, and you got 3 wins? How you got Tyreek Hill? If I didn't do nothing else, I would put Tyreek Hill on the streak every single play. He's 99 speed. Who's keeping up with him? How you got 3 wins with Mahomes and Hill?
Yeah, I'm putting myself on that list, man. Myself.
You know, it's crazy that you brought up Bill Brown because he definitely trashes me in the UG all the time. First off, I'm not in the UG. I got booted. It's my fault. So yeah, I'll put him on it. I'm gonna put Set the Tone on it.
Set the Tone gotta go, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna put him on it definitely for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely gonna put him on it. Like it don't matter if you're. Go ahead.
That's my dude, man. In every episode, I feel like he always gets on the list. Y'all gonna get off Tone, man. Let that man be.
Nah,
I ain't saying people gotta be on the list. I ain't saying people on the list, but he's supposed to be on the list, man.
Right. So me and Tone is cool. He always talk about not robbing people. So I tried to get Jonathan Taylor off of him for a 1st and 2nd, and that wasn't good enough. So I was like, dang. I said, so you trying to rob me? And then I don't know what Jonathan's stats was looking like in Indy this year, you know, so whatever. Either way, I can't afford him, but I'm gonna put him on the list. So
Jersey boy Jonathan, it's a grown ass man losing with the Chiefs, man.
I mean, it sounds funny, but that's some real shit. I mean, again, I'm not saying anybody with a horrible losing record, even myself, is in a position to make fun of somebody else. But if you got the talent, dude, it's like, how you losing with Pat Mahomes? Like, when you play the Chiefs, they got X factors all over the field, bro.
No, is it safe to say the level of competition he wasn't ready for? Thinking that
he's a solid player.
What I'm saying is people get the misconception of what you did in UG. You think you're going to actually be able to do in USFL, and it doesn't work like that.
I mean, well, okay, I'll say this in his defense, and I don't know it to be true. He's out here in Cali. He's a swing shift or mid-shift manager at Walmart. He has a hard time scheduling games. I noticed this season. Not so much last season, but this season, he's had a hard time playing games, and he's had to play a lot of weird times. So I haven't really talked to him recently, but perhaps he's got something going on outside of work. I don't know, but I mean, perhaps. I do want to talk about Tick though, because he's dropped a few comments out there.
He said he's be on the list.
Nah, he on the list. He's on the list.
He on the list. But I think that's real interesting because it sounds like he's being funny, but he said something I really thought about. I said, damn, that's true. I'm not used to Tick not winning divisions. I'm not used to that. So when he said, "Yo, man, like I'm gonna put myself on the list," at first I was like, "Oh, that's just tick me and tick."
Okay.
I was waiting for the Samuel Jackson meme after that, but I'm like, "Yo, but damn, like I know what he's saying. He doesn't feel he's playing at his standard."
So if I had to put someone on the list, you know, I'm putting on the list.
Cool.
Paya. Paya needs to be
you said Paya?
Yep, because he's a Packers fan.
He's garbage. No, he's definitely on the list. He's garbage because he believes that biggest argument. If someone is a 97 speed and someone's a 93, you're not supposed to have any separation on the defender. Yeah, mind you, let me say what I gotta say because I gotta leave because my girl, she's crazy. I'm not gonna hold you. Anyway, yeah, she's sitting here looking at me, recording me all on her Snapchat. But yeah, Paya, he's on the list too because for someone to think that they know so much football and then argue about the most dumbest shit in the chat, it's just beyond me. Just beyond me. Just throwing it out there. He's definitely on the list.
Well, I was gonna say this. You know, he's back at it with his favorite team, the Packers. It's familiar territory. He was consistently winning that division. Now, I don't even think he went 500. Did he, Ty?
He was 500. He was 8-8. But you know what? I'm actually gonna agree with Mo and you, Gates, for the simple fact that here's why I say that. Okay, I talked about the Chiefs. Paya's being a fucking baby, excuse my language, because he's a defensive player and he can't get 19 blitzes a game and defense isn't playing the way he wants, so he wants to take his ball and go home like a crybaby. Well, suck it up, Buttercup. A lot of us got suck-ass squads out here and bullshit teams and we're getting our head kicked in and we're still playing the game. I don't want to hear that bullshit from you, man. Yeah. So I agree with Mo and Gates. Yeah, stick his ass on that list.
Yeah. I heard he ran out of YouTube plays. That's been some stuff buzzing around. Somebody said Gates, he can't use YouTube. It ain't working this season for him.
Dang. Man, I don't want to hear no dude playing with any other team is better than mine talking about how hard they keep this for them. Man, I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah. So that's what if I had to pick somebody, that's what I'm picking to get on the list. Man.
Hey yo, I'm gonna leave because my girl watching YouTube channel now. I can't hear. Clearly she wants to go. I lost this battle. I need to get it together because I need to be the man relationship. Anyway, I'm gonna watch the rest of the show. You know what I mean?
Listen, man, you enjoy it, man. I appreciate you jumping on. Good luck in the playoffs, and we'll see you after that.
Hey, yo, Ty, I see my boy Ty been in the weight room, so I just got my little Planet Fitness membership today, so I gotta get my shit together. So that was step number one.
Bruh, man, I'm getting my swole shit on, bruh.
Yo, I be laughing because I be seeing the comments like we be talking and people really be. He said, "Suck it up, suck it up, Buttercup." That was a good one.
Hey man, I rock that shit all the time. I tell the people all the time, I man, suck it up, Buttercup. Don't hear that bullshit.
Hey, listen, man, I keep hearing. Today's the third time today, man. I keep hearing about C-Dub and his modded controller, man. C-Dub, man, if you're around, man, jump on here. Let's talk. Let's see this controller, man. Let's talk about this.
For real, man.
Yeah, I keep hearing about this.
Yo, I heard the man everybody about to buy a modded controller.
Listen, I heard the man got a scuffed gaming controller with control freaks, special decals, all type of stuff on his controller.
Yo, they said if you press a button, it just goes to the receiver that was open.
That controller.
You got an Omaha controller. You got an Omaha controller. You got that the joint with it when the yo, man. Yo, man. C-Dub, man. The link is man. Let me post the invite link, man. C-Dub, man. Get in here, show the controller, man.
Hey, Dub. Hey, just so you know, Dub. Hey, when we get out this owner's box, I'm gonna personally call Bill, and we're gonna have to look at some sanctions, or we're gonna have to use footage.
C-Dub, man, because I want one, man. You send me the Amazon link or wherever you got that joint from. I need to test this out.
Hey, yo, you know what's crazy? First they said, remember. First it was Gates was cheating on his laptop. Now it's.
I still hear about that. I still keep hearing about that. They're like, yo, I ain't saying he cheating, but he cheating. He on his laptop. I'm hitting. What's on saying? I'm sticking people with the mouse pad and the mouse pad.
Yo, set the tone was like, yo, I'm in the chat. You was like, yo, chill, I'm on my laptop.
You talk about my mod controller.
All right, we got the man C-Dub is in the building, man. C-Dub, let's see.
Don't worry about
Put
my
it
hair
on.
right now. I just took it out, so don't even trip on it.
No. We need to see the control, bro.
Show the controller, man.
We need this. I need to see this. I need to see what it.
That's the
see,
record
that
one,
shit
man.
don't even look like some shit you can get in the store, bro.
That ain't nothing but the grips, man. That's it. All you got is the grips.
That's it.
Nah, man. Hey, the quote light in UG. Nah, man, nah.
I'm telling y'all, the only thing I had, I just bought this controller, by the way, too. I had the same controller for the past 4 years and it never broke. I've been using it. That's it. I'm cheap.
Okay, so there's no control freaks and nothing on there. No
Hell no.
special buttons on the back, like one of Call of Duty joysticks and
I'm
nothing.
show you the first
No, not
opening.
at all. Ain't no buttons on the back.
Okay,
Ain't no buttons on the back. Straight
that's
up.
a second player controller, Ty. He think he's slick, man.
Chill out.
Hey, because they do look new as hell,
They
huh?
look brand new, man.
It's brand new. I just told y'all.
Yeah,
That's what I've been
show
playing
us the
with.
one with the janky what's the name, man? With the thumbstick, man.
Man, that shit
I ain't got
looks
that.
My joint ain't got the
Controller
sticker
I
on it,
got.
but I don't use it so much. The sticker came off the back, man. Come on, man.
Hey, Dub.
That's it.
Hey, you know what, Dub? Hey, Bill's not here to do it, so I'm gonna do it for you. I can't make the little eye thing, but I'm gonna do this. So you see those two eyes right there?
I got you.
Eyes, brother.
Yeah, Bill put the eyes up. Bill put them up.
I just minimized my turnovers. That was it. That was my biggest flaw in 2020.
Ain't nothing wrong with the grips,
I told myself that, turnovers were an issue, and I had to
Ain't
minimize.
nothing wrong with the grips, man. The grips are cool, man. I thought you had something else crazy, man.
Oh, nah, not at all.
Hey, Dub. Hey, while we got you though, and we bullshit with you about the controller, but it is good to have you on. You've had a great year, bro. And your partner, Bobby, Fear the Night's having a great year, man. How do you see the NFC? Jersey's had a great year. Like, how do you still got Candy and Dre out there? How do you see the NFC shaking down? Do you think? Well, two-part question. Do you think you're flying under the radar and you're not getting props you deserve? And secondarily, how do you see the NFC shaking down?
Nah, I don't think I'm flying on the radar. I think Jersey boy, he beat me, but our game came down to, because I was leading that game, and he kept his patience and he came back and beat me. It came down to a turnover. It came down to the last play. It came down to a turnover. That was it. Me and Fear the Night, again, came down to a turnover. It was one touchdown. We can't sleep on Candyman. We can't sleep on Dre. Two proven Super Bowl winners. But I think the top three is Jersey boy, Fear the Night, and me. Right now,
that's definitely fair to say.
I think that's fair to say. I think we came out fighting. This is pretty much, we're new to this. We're new to this division pretty much. I'm only with my second year playing with y'all. I just feel like it can go any way, but we're not gonna take anybody for granted. It's a lot tougher in the NFC right now, to be truthful.
Billy Boy Don said he thought that was that DK Metcalf on the screen, man.
That's a new one. Nah, but I just feel like it's gonna be a dogfight in the NFC. It can go either way. Mo, but I don't give a damn nobody saying. No matter his record, he might lose, but then he wins. And he didn't give up against Gates. I just knew he lost that game. I was like,
man, he came to play, man. I can't even say that. He beat me, and he beat me twice this year.
So
But they say I was on my road on my way to Canton, Ohio, man. That is hilarious, man.
Yeah, on the AFC side, I think Skills is going to the Super Bowl, and that's not being biased, man. Just putting up crazy numbers. Whoever decided to let him go get Diggs and all these fast receivers, and then get traded for fast, huh?
Diggs was already there, wasn't he?
I know, but I'm saying whoever decided to let him go to the Bills, that's you know what I mean. It was just how it played out, but
I want to say Josh Allen got like 99 throw power, so that's the problem.
Yeah, you can't do nothing about that.
Yeah.
And then I told him what I told him at the beginning of the year. I said, I'll see you in the Super Bowl. But the way Jersey boy's playing, he is the top dog to beat right now in the NFC.
Hey, so let me ask you this. going back to the conversation we all was having earlier, in the event that it comes down to Jersey Boy and Fear the Night, say for some reason you don't make it, and say Dre doesn't make it and Cannon doesn't make it, because we was looking at that particular matchup because those have been the top two, and like you said, you've been right there with them, the top three. But if it came down to those top two, how do you see that going?
That game, I think Fear the Night kind of like weighs it out by a field goal. I think his style of play is unmatched. There's nobody playing like him in the game. Period. Nobody's ever seen that style of play. And the crazy thing is he just started playing Madden. He's not even a Madden player. So that's what I mean. To see him come in, adjust, and make his own game and have his own scheme and things like that, I think that game will come down to a field goal.
His scheme looks a little familiar. That's all I'm going to say. His scheme looks a little familiar.
I don't know. It don't look like mine.
No, we were talking about it earlier.
Well, he don't want to introduce Madden to him. So if he's playing skills all the time, so if he sees skills in the Super Bowl, that's going to be a crazy game. It's going to be a crazy game. But at the end of the day,
skills can't control two people at the same time. That's why.
Nah, that's funny. Nah, but yeah, he's having a great year. It shocked me. Yeah. It's definitely shocked me.
So, Doug, what would you say has been instrumental for you personally in making such a big leap? Because I feel like last year you was inconsistent. You had really good stretches, and then you kind of came back to the pack. Then you had good stretches, then you came back to the pack. But like this year, I feel like out the gate, you just started kicking ass and taking names, and you just been consistently good. What would you say has been the difference for you in terms of taking it to that next level so far?
Dalvin Cook, he's not hurt.
That's a good point.
Dalvin Cook's not hurt. I'm dangerous. I don't care. You guys can prepare for the run. You can do whatever you need to do. Ain't nobody have a better run game than me in this game right now.
Okay.
I don't have a passing run, a catching running back. I don't have none of that. I have a gritty ground and pound running back. My passing game is evolving. I'm actually, to be truthful with you, I'm learning how to build my team more. So I'm making the adjustments, putting them here, learning who to sign, who not to sign. So this year I've actually tuned in, and I'm actually getting to be able to sit down and play because I haven't been traveling as much. So that, you know what I mean? I came in last year. I got humbled. Nigel humbled me quick. He started my downfall in the USFL and in 2020. He definitely started my downfall. Because I was up big, thinking I was shit, typing in the chat. Nope, I won't do that again. I'll talk to you after the game. For real.
So that's just the truth. Got the man himself. He came on here to, I guess, say some stuff. Jersey Boy Don, welcome.
Don!
Yo. I'm tired of the disrespect, man. I'm tired of it. I don't know what I gotta do. I don't know how much I
it stops when you win a Super Bowl.
I'm gonna win the bowl. I don't care what nobody say. Y'all can hype this skills up. Y'all can hype Fear the Night up. I'm not scared of Fear the Night. I know I'm gonna run through the playoffs. I'm just letting y'all know that now. I'm headed for skills next. I don't know where all this Fear the Night hype is coming from, but I'm telling y'all, just calm it down. Don't get your hopes up. I'm going to the Super Bowl. And I'm gonna see skills there. I just don't like the disrespect. I don't like it.
Hey, well, obviously you heard everything that's said. I will tell you this: I've been a big fan of yours, a supporter of yours. This matters because I think your gameplay has been freaking fantastic. So, at least as far as I'm concerned, it's definitely no disrespect. But I also think Fear the Night has been playing just as well. My thing with you is just, can you get over that hump? Because to me, I've said, like, you and skills to me have clearly been the alpha and omega this year. So it's up to you now to control that narrative. But that being said, Dub's been fantastic, and Fear the Night's been right there too.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna let y'all know now.
I do got a question for you though.
C-Dub over Fear the What's up?
I do got a question. What happened in that Bucks game? You were supposed to win that game. You see where the pressure comes?
My last game?
Yeah, your last game.
All right, and this is what I was about to comment on. I'm gonna say this right now. If Todd Gurley doesn't give up more than one fumble throughout the playoffs, I'm running through the playoffs. I don't see nobody stopping me. If Todd Gurley if I can get him to control the ball, and I don't fumble, because a fumble cost me that game. I don't know if you were watching it or not, but
Yeah, I was.
Gurley fumbled and he got the ball and scored. And yeah, if I can
But
control
that
Gurley,
normal defense you got. Go ahead, I'm not bad. Go ahead.
he did his thing, but it's not too much you can really. I mean, the Bucks is a good team. It just so happened to be that the Bucks is a good team with a mediocre user. Like that, I mean, my defense, if anybody else had that team, like I'm talking like a top tier user, I feel like that team would trash me. Like that team offensively is dominant as heck. I wish I had an offense like that. But he did take a team that game. All I'm saying is, if I can control Gurley from fumbling, I see myself running through the playoffs with ease.
So so let me ask you this then, since you say that. Who would you say is the one person NFC, if you had to pick one, since you said running through with ease, if there was one person you feel it would be a tough matchup for you in the NFC, who would it be?
Is Dub. I think Dub actually is better than Fear Tonight. I think I will see Dub in the championship. When it really comes down to it, I think I'm gonna see Dub in the championship. But Dub isn't a bad player, but I'm giving myself the advantage over Dub for the fact that I've been playing Dub for a minute now, and I don't think he's ever beat me. Might have beat me one time, but I don't think he's ever beat me.
I beat you twice. I beat you twice.
I'm taking myself over Dub. You beat me twice?
Yes.
When
Remember,
was this?
you couldn't stop the kick returns. You couldn't stop the kick returns. That was it. Your whole thing was you couldn't stop the kick returns. I beat you twice. Hands down. I understand.
Dub.
I mean,
Yeah,
I get it
I don't
though.
think you ever beat me.
I beat you. Look, I'm telling you.
Dub, you telling me you beat me with that Lions team when I had the Vikings?
Yes,
you beat me with that Lions team?
Yes, I did, because you weren't building. You were building the Vikings up. I beat you twice. I'm not bullshit. I don't have to lie about my game.
Dub,
you can't, but you're not gonna come out here and say I've never beat you. I'm telling you.
Dub, you never beat me, Dub. You never beat me. You never beat me, Dub.
Bro. Yes,
comment,
bro.
Listen, man. I'm just documenting.
You never beat Dub. Look, Dub. I was being Dub.
You should always do that. I like
Dub.
it.
Don't do me like that, though.
I was being nice. I was being nice and giving you your props, Dub. I was being nice and giving you your props, Dub. Like you're a good user, but you're just not on my level. Like, I don't think you ever beat me. I don't know where this is coming from.
No, it's not a disrespect to you, but don't say I never beat you because it's not the truth.
Dub,
you say I'm not.
You have not.
Hey, I'll put it this way: you tell me I'm not on your level, but you came back and beat me. But it came down to a single touchdown.
Listen,
it came down to a single touchdown.
This playoffs is about to get spooky for the NFC, bro. It's about to get spooky for the NFC, bro. I'm not trying to sit here and do no talk. I'm not trying to sit here and make a show, but I'm about to run through these playoffs.
Oh, I already gave you your props. You're the top dog to beat in this playoffs. But I'm telling you, I was the only competition that you have in this NFC right now that's gonna put up a fight. I can stop Gurley. You're gonna have to throw the ball.
You're gonna put up a fight, but it's not gonna be and I will throw the ball. I will throw the ball. I've been sitting here playing around with Gurley. I've been sitting here. If it really comes down to it, I could have easily threw for over 7,000 passing yards this season. nobody can stop my offense. Yo,
How
I'm
many
gonna let you see
losses
for
you got?
yourself when you get
Jersey
there.
boy
If you
down.
get there,
Jersey boy down. Who
If
you
I get
lost to?
there, if we see each other, I would got you.
yeah.
Jersey boy down. Who are your 2 losses to?
What'd you say?
Who are your 2 losses to?
I lost to the Bucks and I lost to Boone.
Okay. So 2 divisional games.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself, man. We shall see. We shall see. Tick says, so Jersey
I'm
boy
gonna
down.
see Skills there. Skills, the only person I got my eye on.
Tick is saying if you lose, you should lose your spot in the league, man. How do you feel about that?
Nah, you got to keep him in here.
Hey, so Don, going back to the owner's box we had when it was me or Gates. Remember how you was talking about getting over that hump? Do you think things like this make it harder when you put all of this extra pressure on yourself? Like if you feel you that dude, right? Why you just can't go out there and do it? Because now you put yourself in a position to where you can have a bunch of people talking against you, rooting against you, and if you lose, brother, they're gonna be on your head. And I get being confident in having that fun, but brother, once you win that bowl, you can say what you want and can't nobody say nothing. So my point is, does this type of stuff make it difficult for you to go out and be successful?
Like my game is so explanatory right now. Like this Madden, like other Maddens, like I said, like it's just been certain little things that I wasn't as confident enough to like as I am right now. Like one example I use is users and stuff. Users was a big part of Madden, like in speed boosting and all that. This year, I know I have a top 2, top 3 passing offense in the league. It's just my offense is unstoppable to me. Like I don't see nobody that can really like shut my offense down in the playoffs. Like I just don't see it.
What is that based on? What is that based on? When you say nobody can stop your
my season.
Okay. But did you hear what I said earlier?
For example, what John? What'd you say?
I said, like I said earlier, that the playoffs is different, man. Possessions are different. The clock and stuff is used different. So your offense can be slowed down just based on time. We shall see. You got a lot. I mean, you got some big shoes to fill, man.
Nah, but teams like Fear the Night and Dub and stuff though, themselves like Fear the Night is a slinger just like me. Dub has turned into a slinger this year just like me. Like they're gonna have to do this. They're gonna have to learn the same thing that I'm gonna have to learn. It's just that I feel though I'm gonna learn it better.
But you still got to get past 2 people who've been to the Super Bowl and who won the Super Bowl that you haven't been speaking about. How do you get past them 2 guys?
That's gonna be a dogfight.
Who?
Right. You haven't spoken to 2 people who've been tried and proven that win Super Bowls, and that's Candy and Dre. How do you get past them?
Hey Don, have you ever played Candy? Last year, this year?
I played Candy. I played Candy one time last year, and he won by 3 points, I think.
Yeah, there's still 2 teams you're forgetting about, man. You talking about Fear, Dub. There's still 2 guys, man, who are known to get to the Super Bowl and win them, and you haven't mentioned them. I just want to know how you're gonna get past them because that gunslinger is not gonna work on them.
Nah, they got a hell of a secondary.
It's gonna take something else, man.
Hey, and to tick real quick, I ain't gonna get into this even though I'm opening a can of worms. You might be your Packers sooner than you know. I would just say that, leave that right there.
Yeah. He said
he need to stay his ass over in Cleveland.
You're right.
So we'll see, Jersey boy. Good luck to you in the playoffs,
Knowing
man.
that is season 1, I feel like knowing that it's season 1, I feel like I know like Candyman got like the Cardinals. Like the Cardinals, I feel like you can know the Cardinals' weakness and strengths. Like since the season 1, he hasn't built his team up yet. So if I was to play somebody like Candy, I would already know his weaknesses and his strengths from watching film.
Ty, what's the saying about film in the boxing match?
Say again now.
What's the saying that you always say about film in the boxing match?
Well, it depends. There's a few different things I always say, but
What is
like,
it's all
Everybody
good.
got a game plan until it gets punched in the
yeah,
mouth.
everybody got to get hit in the mouth.
All right, everybody got a game plan until you get punched in the mouth.
Yeah.
It's not the same, Jersey boy. Down. That's what we're trying to say, man. The film you went watching, you got to toss all that, man. But good luck to you, man. Good luck to you.
I mean, look, I'm gonna go on record and say this, right? Before it's all said and done. We always tease Don about being a youngster and this, that, and the third. At the end of the day, Don is good and Don is skilled. And Don might rub people the wrong way and he might be brash and talking shit, but his play on the field backs it up. Sooner or later, the man's gonna get his. Sooner or later. Like that, to me, it's not a matter of if, it's when. I think adding this extra pressure onto yourself and making it harder for yourself just puts a bigger bullseye on your back. But that kid is talented, man. So I don't want it to be thought by you that people don't respect or give you your props. At the same time, we respect other people here too. Dubs had a fantastic season. Fear the Knights had a fantastic season. We know what them other Super Bowl winners have done. So definitely don't think that there's no respect on your name. It's just there's other people here that have proven it as well.
For sure. And Shaq tells Barkley all the time, until you get one of these, you can't risk really so much. You know what I'm saying? So Jersey boy, down to answer your question. When does it stop? Is when you win a Super Bowl, man. You win a Super Bowl, you get to sit at the cool kids table. Same thing I tell Skills.
And we know the Super Bowl goes through Atlanta. We get that. And the only reason I'm picking up here tonight because I want you to endure all the pressure that you're putting on yourself.
It'll be interesting. I'm still not changing my pick, though. I'm still not changing my pick. I'm still staying with Fear tonight, man.
I hear you.
At the end of the playoffs, Jersey boy Don, you're more than welcome to come and throw it all in our face. Or you can, not join us, and we understand either way, man. Just don't quit. Don't quit if you don't win the Super Bowl. We've seen guys do that.
Shit, for all I know, he might have seen Mo in the championship.
Hey, Don, you know what?
We can't sleep on nobody.
Hey, I do got one last thing for Don. Hey, man, remember what we talked about that last Homeless Box, even this Homeless Box. Don't get so mad by trying to go out there and prove a point that you change what you've been doing and cost yourself. Just keep doing what you're doing, man. If your offense is that unstoppable and that pass attack can't be stopped, then stick with it and just ride that train out and do what you do.
Yeah.
Don't get caught up in trying to prove us wrong. Don't get caught up in trying to prove something to Dub. Don't get caught up in you're going to play Fear tonight and I got to prove a point and I'm going to try to blow him out and now I'm doing foolish shit and costing myself. Just play your game, bro.
Yeah.
You 14-2 for a reason.
Yeah. And we lost Jersey Boy down. Well, Dub, I appreciate you also jumping on, give your opinion. Appreciate you jumping. Let me see if I'm gonna open this thing up, see if somebody else can.
Yeah, because real quick before Dub leaves, really appreciate the way Dub handled himself. Dub has been, like he said, in that top 3 combo all year. And he sat there and he was humble and I can see that focus in his eyes though with that modded controller. He's like, man, between my level of focus with this modded controller, brother, I'm coming. But hey, man, good luck in the playoffs, brother, man. You definitely had a great season, man.
Listen, man, I beat you twice, hands down. Man. I like it. There's a lot of quarterbacks in here tonight.
It's all right though. We're gonna see. We gonna see. That's it. We ain't gonna talk about it no more.
Mark has a good team, but a mediocre user.
Yeah, we good.
ready for skills. I'm ready for the Super Bowl, baby.
Hey, you wanted something good. You got to do that from now on, man.
Hey.
Bullet point,
Ooh, all right, y'all.
All right, dog. Appreciate it. Oh man, it's one of them shows, man. It's one of those
Hey,
shows.
you on something though. I like that bullet point though. Verbatim what people are saying.
Yeah, that's it.
Hey man, see if you can get David on. I've been wanting to get him on, and he just commented, so he's watching the show, man. Shoot him a link, man. I want to get Bucks on here, man. Even if it's for a few minutes.
It's open to all owners, man. The link is in
David,
the YouTube chat.
jump on the show, brother. I almost DM'd you today to get on, man. Won't you hop on the show for a few minutes? You the Bucks. Your name even came up today, so it would be good to me for a few minutes, man.
It's in both chats, man. It's open. The line is open. You know, is Bill around? We haven't had Bill all season. You know, it don't even feel right without having Bill on here. Matter of fact, Ty, speaking of Bill, let's talk about something that's been bothering me all season. I need you to I'm gonna speak from the owner's perspective. I'm gonna need you to put your admin hat on.
All right.
We gotta figure out a way to turn this practice stealing thing back on, man. You guys, it's killing me not being able to sign these practice players, man. I feel like guys are gonna be hoarding talent they're not forced to strategically cut their pick and choose their 53. You know what I'm saying? There's no worry that you're gonna lose that, those players. Well, I'm saying even if you don't turn it on all the way, at least by week 4, halfway after something's gotta happen. But I know the reason why you guys haven't turned it on because guys were signing people, changing their names and releasing them. So if there's a way we can get it to where once you sign that person, he's on your active roster, you can change their equipment and everything, but you can't change their names or whatever. And if a person violates, man, let's just get rid of them, man, because to punish guys like myself who live off of that, it's crazy. I can't, I'm limited here. What are your thoughts?
Well, putting my admin hat on. That's what's up right there. Look
There we go.
What's up?
What's going on with you?
Hey, real quick, so before I get the Bucks, Gates, as admin, we're discussing it, and we do want to look to try to come up with something to open that back up. So you already know what our thoughts are on it, but we hear all of the owners, and we also do too want to open things up. So just give us a little bit of time, and we're trying to work on a way to make it good for everybody in that regard. So I'm not going to delve deep into that other than telling you it's something we're actively working on trying to open back up. So it won't be a problem no more.
I like it. All right, so let's talk to the Bucks, and then I have another question for you as the admin. So but let's get to the Bucks. What's up?
And it's funny. I talk to David through DM from time to time. I just think he's a good dude. I know Bill brought him in. I like him. First of all, he's super active. He's good in the chat, and he's consistently trying to learn how to bet his game. It's funny because every time we play, it's cool because we always have a conversation or breakdown after the game about, well, what did you see? What could I have done better? What do you think about what I'm doing? So I kind of wanted to get your thoughts, David, in terms of now you're going on year 2 with us in the league. What do you think about the league? Actually, I'll use Gates' question. I hate to steal this question because he always asks us this. What's your Madden background in terms of how long you've been playing, how long you've been playing CFMs, and what do you think about the USFL?
This is first time.
Actually, my first time playing your type of Madden was last year when I joined. I really didn't play Madden that much. I was just talking trash to Bill one day because he plays Madden. And he's like, join the league. I was like, all right, no problem. So I really don't have a Madden background. I played football in my life, but playing Madden, knowing all the schemes, and that's why I'm always asking questions after I play somebody that's very, very good. Ask questions and see what I'm doing wrong, see what I can do better. But I'm usually I played Madden with my cousins. That's about it. But competitively, like you guys, I really haven't played.
Okay. So you're like a Madden rookie, for real.
Yeah.
Do you feel, though, that just even from the time you started playing with us last year to now, do you feel, forget the record, Because you can improve but may not get the wins. Do you feel like there's been improvement?
Yes, but me switching over from the team that I had built from the Panthers to the Tom Brady and the Bucks, it's a totally different team, totally different build, and I'm kind of getting used to, pass first, passing to my running back, that kind of stuff. I became a run first team, but I'm switching out my team, rebuilding my team. I'm keeping Tom Brady as long as he doesn't retire. And keeping Mariota in the back because you guys know how I like the read option.
Yes.
Just in the lab, really. In the lab, once a day, 15 minutes, 20 minutes a day. Just learning, that's all I can really do until I get on Gates and yourself's levels.
What do you think is the next step for you in terms of what needs to happen for your team to start putting together some wins?
Defense. It starts at the line. I got to find a way to get a better line, find a way to adjust the running. Because I think I can stop the pass, and my DBs they're doing all right. I had 4 picks against Jersey Boy Don yesterday. So I think it starts at the line.
Okay. What do you I guess my question is how do you build this team differently than you did the Panthers last year? Like, what is your approach this year? Because I know last year it was hard to trade with you. This year you were like, yo, let's make a deal. I'm like, come on, man, we really gonna make this deal? You play, you know what I'm saying?
Last year was more of just getting used to everybody, just getting adjusted to how you guys play, who to look out for, and there's the whole don't trade with someone that's a lot better than you. You got to get over that hump. And watching, you guys on this podcast, I learned that you would have to get over that in order to better your team. I've made some stupid trades last year. I've learned from that. But it's all a learning process for me.
Yeah.
The cool thing is all that knowledge.
Yeah, the cool thing is you being so new to it, you don't really have no bad habits, no nothing. You're just like a blank slate.
Yeah.
You have unlimited potential because you could just go anywhere you want. A lot of us come with playing Madden since
Yeah, but I got Jersey Boy Don next season, bro. I got him next season. I learned how to stop him, figure out a way. Well, he's on it next season. I'm at his neck.
You know what I like that you said, and it's something I've tried to tell people for the longest, David. I try to set the tone, says this all the time too. I never understood the whole I'm not going to trade with this other person because it's going to make them better. Because the way I feel is I don't give a damn about nobody else. It's all about my team getting better. If I'm willing to part with a player, it's because I think I don't need him. So why do I give a damn about like how your team's going to be? If I'm handling my business and winning games and building my team and I'm good, I don't care what you're doing until we got to play in the playoffs. So I'm happy to say that because I never understood that mentality that people have. Oh, well, I'm not going to trade because it's going to make him better. I don't care about him. I'm trying to get better.
Yeah. I completely understand that now. But like I said, I'm out. I'm next season. I'm learning. Next season, I'm out there next. I may come in second. I'm done coming in last place.
I got a good question for you. Hey, you said something a minute ago. So if you've been watching the show, it's been, I don't want to say heated, but the competitive juices are flowing. Jersey Boy Don feels like he's running an unstoppable offense, and it's just a matter of time before he gets in the Super Bowl and plays skills. You just said a minute ago you feel like you figured out how to kind of stop him. So what would you say is the key to slowing down or stopping that Atlanta offense since you did just do that?
Personnel. I got Devin White. 91 speed. Just sit him out and let him do what he do. deep quarters. That's what I sent him to do, deep quarters. And he couldn't do those crosser routes. The only thing he got was those out routes. And soon enough, I found a way to stop that.
That's pretty awesome. Because for you, like you said, that to not be playing that long, Jersey Don always runs a very high-powered offense. He's a very skilled Madden player. So for you to be able in-game to kind of look at what he's doing and say, hey, well, I think if I do this, I can stop that. I'll be successful. That's a good thing. And I want to say, me and you played this season, and I was very impressed with how active your user is now compared to last year and how good your defense was. On offense, I think you just need to be more consistent in terms of – I've seen it last year, and I kind of see it this year, and that's – you might do something for 2 or 3 games and then scrap that and do something totally different for 2 or 3 games and then scrap that. And I think once you find something you really like that you're comfortable in with how much you're improving on defense, I think you're going to be really, really good.
Well, like I said, I'm still learning. I'm trying to figure out what works best for me. What may work best for one opponent. It's not an overall game scheme that I like for myself.
Bill said advance to the playoffs. Let me check. Let me load up the PlayStation here. Let me see if I can get the schedule here on the screen. What is your plan for off season? What's your plan for the off season?
Trade, wheel and deal.
Listen, man, Mariola available?
Anybody's available. Everybody get a price.
Listen. That sounds so crazy because last year I was saying that you wasn't even.
Everybody got a price. He may not like the price.
Said, though, like he's trying to do what we talked about. He's trying to get his team better, man. Like I'm with him.
Everybody got a price. You may not like the price, but somebody paid the price. That's how I take it.
Hey, I almost reached out to you earlier this season, man. I might have to reach out to you in the off season, man, since everybody got a price.
All right.
What's going on with Sean Murphy Bunting? That's my dude.
He got a price too.
All right.
He got a price. Everybody got a price.
Hey, David, where you at? Baltimore or something?
Now I'm in Naples, Florida.
Okay.
Naples, Florida.
So I got a fun question for you. Bill brought you in the league, and you know Bill outside of the league.
Yeah.
You and Bill get together at the house and play 10 games on the PlayStation. How many games are you winning out of the 10, and how many is Bill winning?
Is Bill getting his lucky runs?
Just 10 straight games. Y'all sit down for 10 straight games in a row. How many games is Dave winning, and how many games is Bill winning?
I'm getting 7. He's getting 3. I'll give him 3.
I like that. Hey, who's your team in real life? Like, who's your squad?
God, I really don't have a squad. I mostly follow players.
Gotcha.
I'm a Miami Hurricane fan, so I follow, wherever Duke Johnson is. I think I would say my main squad would have to be the Bucks. So at the end of the day, if I had to choose, it would be the Bucks. Bucks or the Jaguars.
So then you probably enjoying playing with this Buck team then, huh?
It's fun, but it's not for my game style.
And one more question. You should have at least probably a top 10 pick in the draft this year. What position do you think you need to be looking at to better your team? If the draft doesn't look that good to me, which I'm like, man, I spent a ton of scouting points, and I'm like, I'm just not feeling the draft. But what do you think you're looking at?
Left tackle, a left tackle, or right tackle. That's what I'm looking at. Or
on your team that I just love, Ali Marpet.
Yeah, he got a price.
Hey, man, we might have to chat, bro, because I'm gonna have like at least a 3 or 4 pick.
He got a price on him. But yeah, a right tackle or a defensive end. That's what I'm looking at right now.
You put Shaquille Barrett at linebacker again.
It depends who I'm playing. If I know that they have a weak tackle, he's at D end.
So Ty, we got the playoff schedule up.
Oh man.
But
See, this is
the show.
I was saying about Truck. In terms of the matchup, I don't want to play Tick game 1 out the gate.
Yeah. Hey David, you're new to the show, man. Give me your picks first, man. Who you got? Browns or Texans?
I got Browns.
We got Dolphins and Chargers. Who you got?
Woo!
Ooh, I'm gonna go with the Dolphins.
Here we go.
I got Cletus. Cletus always finds a way to win.
Okay.
I got Dub. C-Dub got that one.
Woo, that's gonna be a tough one for Kirk, boy.
This is like one of the best wild card weekends I've ever seen in our league, by the way, with these matchups.
I got Candyman. He always finds a way to win.
Oh, wow.
That one goes 50-50. If you catch Dre at the right time, on the right day, he's blowing them out. I got Dre.
Who you got?
I gotta go Tick there. I mean, I just played Tick recently. I liked what he was doing and how he was doing it, and I think he's a little more focused back in the Madden. I got Tick. I love John the Bullet. You know that's my dude. But low key, even though nobody's not talking about it, I think Don Joe's been playing really well this whole season. I'm actually going with Don Joe in this one. Chargers have been inconsistent. Oh man, this is gonna be such a hard one because this last game, who was on Skill's neck, and Bills just pulled it out. I'm going to give Bills the advantage because he still has a better overall team. But Chris is going to give him everything he wants, and it's going to be a close game, but I'm going to go with Bills. You know what? I love to see my NFC East and Padre moment. But Dub is playing too well this season. I'm going to go with Dub. He's been more consistent. In the upset, I'm going with Kurt. Normally, I'd go with Candy, but I think Candy played well, really well, actually. But I don't know if he's super comfortable yet with his team. I like what Kurt's been doing. I'm going with the Saints in the upset. This one's definitely not going to be a blowout, David. I can't co-sign that. You know what? I love what Drew's doing. I think Dre has a better team, but I think Bears has a better team. I've been talking big on here tonight. I can't now pick him to lose in the first wild card game when I got him possibly go to the bowl and run with the Bears.
Man, I'm gonna go by some miracle. If Tick doesn't show up, but I doubt if he will, I still go Tick here. Going John the Bullet's my guy. I like John the Bullet, but
who you like?
I like John the Bullet, but I'm going with Don Joe all day. Anyway, I picked Skills to go to the Super Bowl. I gotta pick Skills to go to the Super Bowl. I know Cletus wants them 2 wins back, 2 losses back. So and this is the chance he gets right here. But I'm going with Bills. I told Mo before he left, he got my support. I'm rocking with Mo. No offense, Dub. Just a man of my word. Candyman. You know what I'm saying? So I say it every playoff. Nothing changes. You know what I'm saying? Kirk, you my brother and all, but Candyman, you know what I'm saying? Fear tonight, this is gonna be the toughest game right here. This is it. You get past Dre, you don't gotta face Candyman. You going all the way. And like Ty said, we already picked you, so I can't go first round wild card and switch up. I stand on everything I say, so I'm going with the Bears as well. It's gonna be interesting, boys.
Yeah, really
It's
interesting.
going to be interesting. So that means that Jersey Boy Don and Real have to buy, which is interesting. Ty, what do you thought?
On
Just how this new playoff structure is.
no thoughts. No thoughts. I mean, you can go if you go L2 to the conference, it'll show you the bye. Divisional, I mean, sorry, divisional.
No, it's blank.
Okay, it's blank. Well,
Because this year is the new year. So the new year, this new playoff bracket. I think that won't come out till the next update in November.
well, my thoughts are the more games, the better. Normally, it's less games. Obviously, I mean, it's some great matchups. You're gonna have some teams that got hot toward the last part of the season, make the playoffs. It's gonna be interesting. I think it's good. I mean, we all are in this to win it. So the more teams you can get in there to have a chance to win, the better.
Yeah. Ooh, it's gonna be interesting. People will be tested here in year one. People will be tested now that I'm seeing that, right? Does Real have a better chance now? If Skills doesn't make it? Because, I mean, in theory, he's the number one seed, right? Or does Real have some unfamiliar territory? He's never been here.
I think maybe it comes down to the matchup, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because depending on who he plays in that second round, maybe him not knowing what he doesn't know is good enough, but maybe him playing a dog maybe in that second round, you might have the personnel in a game off, but you still got to deal with so-and-so. So I think it really just depends on who he's going to deal with.
I agree. If he's sitting right now, I mean, Cletus and Bills from each other. It's a good. I feel like it's a good strategy. It feels like, man, you don't have to, you only have to face one of them, if any of them, depending on how it all pans out. If he could possibly face John the Bullet next year. You know what I'm saying? It's like crazy. This new layout is gonna be crazy. This new format.
Yeah.
Like you said, this is one of the best playoff matches we've seen in a while.
Hey man, yeah. Really looking forward to these games.
Yeah. I mean, that Dre Fear the Night game is gonna be interesting. Because Dre has the guns.
You're gonna be looking to watch.
Yeah, Dre has the gunslinging. You know what I'm saying? He stops me all the time with that style of play. He can slow a game all the way down.
Remember, I told you I played him a lot, and he's really, and it's funny because he does it out of a 4-3. Yeah. 4-3 wide 9 in particular, which you don't think conventionally should be as stout against the pass as it is, but I mean, you also got to look at the Niners have the personnel to make it work because they can rush a base package of, let's say,
4.
Nobody's injured. His base package of being able to rush an Armstead and a Boza. He doesn't have to send a bunch of people, but then he's got fast backers out there like Greenlaw and company that can cover ground and make plays. So, and then you've got Sherman, like he's got the personnel to be able to do things.
Yeah. I mean, he played Armstead. He was just throwing my offensive lineman around. And he's just blowing right past them. So it'll be interesting. I spoke to Skills earlier today. He's like, I swept Cletus this year. Here we go. Cletus, you know how Cletus is, man, when people beat him twice.
Yeah, but he also acknowledged that Cletus gave him all he could handle.
That's true too. So now, remember in the beginning of the season, right, when people asked me to take the Rams and we should take the Rams, I was like, if I take the Rams, I got to play Candyman and Drake twice in the season, and then possibly play him a third time in the playoffs. So look, here we go. Here's my point right now. So by the time year 3 comes, they done played each other possibly 9 times. Nothing new under the sun. Nothing's new under the sun. Even this game. You just said the skill set Cleveland gave him everything he had. If you come out and give 110%, how do you come out another time and give 111%? You've given out 110 both times already.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Cletus is sitting back like, yo, this ain't even my real team yet. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This ain't even my real team yet. You know, Cletus don't even make a playoff push until year 3.
I agree.
So Skills is gonna be in trouble, man. He has the most pressure. Him and Jersey Boy Don have the most pressure. Jersey Boy Don's fighting for respect.
I do agree with that.
And Skills is wanting to sit at the cool kids table because we keep calling him Charles Barkley. You know what I'm saying? You're a good player, you're solid, but you're not one of these yet.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting, man. It shall be interesting. Good luck to everybody in the playoffs, man. Where is Bill at? We haven't had Bill on here all season.
Bill, I know you watching, man. Why don't you come on for like 5 minutes, brother?
Well, we need let's see what the commissioner thinks about this year 1. Ty, quick admin question.
I'm listening.
Coach Fire, man. Come on, man. What we gotta do to get Coach Fire, man? We've been dancing around it.
Bro, if you remember, I'm the one that came up with it. So it's not like I'm against it. It's not gonna happen, man.
I know. You know, I just want some excitement, man. I just want whatever, a little bit more excitement. It will be interesting to see. I mean, I'm just really trying to push to get practice players scaling back on right now. How do you feel about the no huddle this year? I mean, a lot of these things we always talk about, but no huddle.
I think that we need to get together in the offseason and maybe talk about some rules because I think we just kind of was in such a rush to get the season started that we didn't actually look at any possible rule changes. We just kind of went out there and said, let's play a season and let's see how things go. So I think right now we're in a better position with a lot of gameplay to be able to say, could or should we not do things? I think we're in a better position this year than last year to look at maybe running more no huddle because last year I felt like we just couldn't adjust at all. And this year I think you can do a little bit better. So, I mean, we can at least discuss it.
Yeah. I mean, it almost hurts, man. It almost hurts to know how to because of the play clock. Man. You need so much play clock in time.
Absolutely.
It's like, man, it doesn't even make sense. Like, I don't even want to run no huddle when it's time to run no huddle. It's like, all right, there's a place to come up.
You hit that right on the head. There's a lot of times where it's like no huddle actually works against you on offense.
Yeah, it's like a 12-second burn off plus the accelerated clock. It's like almost a whole minute gone. God forbid you run it 3 times in a row, you're liable to fumble. So it was just something curious. You know, I'm always asking certain questions just to see, you know, what you guys are doing behind them closed doors.
That's definitely fair enough. I mean, I like trying to answer to the best of my ability to at least give you guys insight as to what we're thinking and what we're looking at. I mean, we're not perfect. We try to do the best job we can to make the game fun and manageable and competitive for everybody. And sometimes, you know, these conversations help us say, hey, maybe we need to relook at something, or maybe we don't have it right here, or maybe we need to try something. So I never have a problem with these types of things.
Okay. Well, with that being said, man, I guess it's been at the 2-hour mark.
Yeah, man.
Last play of the game?
I don't per se have a last play of the game. Just looking forward to a really, really good playoffs from a fan standpoint, and then from a owner-coach standpoint, I'm just really anxious to get into the offseason. I lost 6 games by less than a touchdown. I've had a little bit of time now because things are getting better for me in my personal life to be able to play a little bit, kind of put some schemes together. I got a high draft pick. I got money to spend in free agency. So excited to watch some good playoff football games and then also get a chance to get a clean slate and wash this horrible stench off me from last season and see what I can do going into a new season. So that's kind of it for my last play.
Yeah, for me, I gotta take some time to really get in the app and just can't just jumping on here. I'm gonna just figure it out. You guys are still warmed up from last season, man. Y'all still in rhythm, man. Along with that, I would suggest coaches in the offseason, don't hang on to players too long, man. Leverage their age and their abilities and trade and get rid of them guys and use that to your advantage to get the players you want, man. If the guy is, for example, like I had Ryan Kerrigan, I mean, somebody can get 2 good years out of him, he still has superstar abilities. But for me, it's like I got too many young players, man. I'd rather free up the $11 million in the cap and either wait for next year or whatever and make some moves. So I say that to say, leverage these guys with skills and these draft picks, treat them like gold and demand what you want from them, man.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at with it. Other than that, I guess when playoff starts. Playoff start right now, I guess, huh?
Yeah. We advance
right now. I would love to see a late night game. Let me check the chat.
Somebody will hook us up. It's Saturday. Somebody will hook us up.
I'd love to see a late night game, but I feel like it was a great show tonight. Stirred the pot a little bit. Okay. We got somebody late here. Here we go.
What's up? Hey guys, what's going on?
What's up, Bill?
Not in your office chair.
Yeah, I'm in the create room, shall we say, right?
Okay.
Hey man, great show. Yeah, there's a lot going on. Obviously, I heard a couple questions. I think this new patch obviously is going to come out soon. It's going to give us some more options to control how people edit.
Yeah, you'll be able to pick your abilities for superstars and X Factors.
Yeah. So I was reading I've read a couple articles on it, and wow, I mean, a guy like who has
Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes.
Lamar, man, yeah, he's gonna be a super freak, so it's gonna be something that's gonna be tough to deal with. But those guys are super freaks in real life, so they are. That's you game plan around those guys every day in real life, so yeah. It's a reality check. So I think it's gonna be something pretty cool. Great show. Wow, what a playoff schedule. I mean, you guys went over it. I'm like, man, I like the new format because, like you said, there's so many different variables and so many different options, and there's some matchups. It's all about matchups and who matches up against who. Wow, there's going to be some really, really great games out there. There's going to be something that is, who knows who's going to be in the final two. There is definitely some guys that, and I think, I've been watching it for quite a while. You're right. I think the overall teams make a difference. Those guys that you're not using, they make a difference in stopping the run game, stopping pass plays and things like that. So that definitely helps a lot. So I think that's going to it might be one of the factors in the playoffs. Not so much a user. I mean, obviously users always are a defining factor, but some of those little minute details, that's going to be that could help tip the balance a little bit, for some of these guys that are 50-50.
Yeah, I mean, because we noticed Bill, me and Ty picked our picks before even seeing the playoff schedule. And when the schedule came out, we were like, oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. We stood by what we're saying, but my God, this thing can change quick.
But I do got to ask you, Bill, because I asked David and he was on, and I'm sure you heard that. So David and Bill get together somewhere in Florida. We'll get together. 10 straight games are played. How many games is Bill winning? How many games is David winning? David said he's getting 7, and Bill, you're getting 3.
I got it right.
Yeah, okay. I think we're gonna have to look back at the record and see how that goes out. I don't think that's happened in the past, but yeah, I don't. He's got a new team, so it's a little different. It's every Madden's different, as you guys can tell. I mean, even Pie is crying about can't get any pass rush. There's every Madden's different. It's like every year they try to create something different and new. And this year's definitely. I mean, it's definitely a totally different game. And so it's hard to say. Really hard to say, because like Mo said, yeah, I beat him early in the year. Well, okay, right. That okay, out of my 6 games, yeah. Oh boy, where's that get me? I'm still sitting on this couch and not the off, so that's nothing. So he's back to the chalkboard and try to make something be besides organized chaos. Making it more like you guys always said is you need to come into the game knowing what you're doing and where you're doing it and how you're doing it.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like I came in like you this year, Bill. I came in just organized chaos, just coming out here just throwing whatever, figuring I'm gonna just do whatever I want to do, and it was like didn't work for me.
Hey, on the real NFL note, not a USFL note, the real NFL note, brother. I'm afraid of you guys, man. Like what you can do with Chase Claypool, man. Having to see that dude in Madden now. Goodness.
Yeah. I definitely have been using him quite a bit, man. He's definitely a special player. Excited about him. Him 1 and 2 with Jew, and man, it's like wow. It's nice. I mean, they really got a great wide receiver core right now. Johnson, Washington, those guys. You get those 4, and it's and you throw in Emron in there, and wow, you got 5 targets, that you can definitely use. So that's a plus, man. It's nice to have those weapons. Just haven't been able to use them much. I did move on for Roth. He's looking at his. He's a great NFL quarterback, but Madden, he's a little long in the tooth, and I thought I should just bite the bullet and start trying to build somebody young, and
through the last 2 seasons with Manning, well, I just would bench him and just start Loletta or Jones or somebody else because you're right. Who's your quarterback right
now? Picked up Rosen, man, of all guys. He was a young guy in free agency, but I locked him down. He's a young guy. I think I got him at like 73, 74 overall now. So he's moving on. I couldn't drop Roth this year because it would have been like $45 million. Probably about half of that next year. So I don't know. I'll have to look and see what the finances look like and see if I should jettison Roth or not. I mean, Roth's 81 overall right now, but he's probably gonna. He's gonna be I think 39 in the game, and so he'll probably drop 4 or 5 points. I seen it last year, and he dropped significantly. He was in the mid 70s after 1 year, and so it was like, whoa, okay, that's not good. So I just figured I'd bite the bullet and start rolling with Rosen and look at the draft. Obviously, that's something I can look at. This is a stock draft this year. We'll probably go custom next year, so everybody knows. So that's playing your trades accordingly.
Hey, Bill. So real quick, I got 2 questions, but the first one is being in the AFC North and seeing Ravens and Rel on a regular basis and seeing Tech and the Browns on a regular basis. Give us a quick breakdown of your thoughts on the Browns, your thoughts on the Ravens, and how far you think either one of those two teams can go in the playoffs, because everybody's kind of written off the AFC, the skills. So give us your thoughts there.
All right. Two totally different teams, obviously. Um, you got to worry about Lamar when you're playing the Ravens. I mean, I almost every game I've got a spy on him because the guy will break off a 15, 20-yard run, or he'll leave you. You know, he'll throw a juke move on you and be down the field for 30 plus. He does fumble. You know, I know I've had him turn the ball over a few times, but at the same time, you know, that's definitely another aspect of the game you always got to worry about when just like a Mahomes or somebody like that. You know, when they get out of the pocket, man, one, they can really throw on the run, and they can tuck and bust off 15, 20 yards, man, and that's just extends the plays, you know. So that's really tough to manage. Um, is so obviously that's one of the things I guess with the Ravens. Tick, obviously, he's just he's a great user. He's got Chubb that's tough to stop, and he's smart with the ball. I mean, he's got Mayfield right now, and Mayfield's not a terrible quarterback, and he can throw on the run pretty good as well. So you don't see Tick take off as much, I think, as Rel will, but he does scramble, and he will throw on the run, and he's real smart with the ball. So and he's methodical, you know. So and he's great. He's got a great D as well. I mean, I just played him tonight, and I tell you, after I threw like 3 picks, I was like, all right, I'm done doing that. You know, if you look at the stats, man, you would have thought I had won the game until you looked at the turnovers, and then I had 4 turnovers. One of them was a fumble and 3 INTs. I think 2 of them were like pick sixes. But if you look at the stats, it was his stats were dismal, man. So my defense did what they were supposed to, but his defense did better. You know, they scored points and they shut me down. So I just when I played him, I did keep away ball in the last half. I just ran the ball as much as I could and tried to pick up third downs when I could, through the pass game, and it worked out pretty good. But at the same time, it was just too little, too late. But yeah, he put it on me pretty good.
Do you think either team could make a significant run based off what we've seen?
Um, Obviously, Rel's playing pretty damn good ball right now. Um, I think he could go. I think Tick, he's got the good user. I think he's got a favorable matchup in the playoffs. You know, to definitely get through the first round. Just like you guys say, it's always who are they gonna see in that next round, and who they gonna play against, because I think they match up better against different teams. So that's the biggest thing, is who is. That's what's neat about this playoff setup is like, wow, man, there's some really good teams playing each other, but then it's like, who do they go to next, and who do they match up against the next time around? And so it's tough to say. I think there is some obviously skills. I played him, man. I mean, I tell you what, man, it was like I played over the top, back my defense up, man. He still got over the top on me. So it's like, I don't even know what to do, man, about that. It's just like, you just can't, that's going to be tough because, he's got some weapons there. And if you look at skills offense, he spread the ball around well, man. I mean, I looked at it too, 82 touchdowns or whatever. That means he's got like 4 different guys that have, deep team touchdowns. So he's done real well with spreading the ball around and hitting the open receivers. So that's going to be tough for anybody to deal with because of the way the defense is, and obviously it seems like the run game is just OP this year. People can, it's hard to stop the run game unless you do a lot of commitment up front, and then you don't want to do that on him, because he's got the speed to beat you deep. So that's going to be a tough team to beat right there for sure. Um, so trying to get past him is going to definitely be the toughest thing. But there's also some skeletons in the closet. You got Joe Don, you got Cletus, you got all those guys that they might not have the personnel right now, but they're going to be there sooner or later. So for sure. So that's it's definitely something you got to worry about in the distance.
Yeah, agreed. Hey, Bill, real quick, do you think seeing real success that could be you next year?
I I think I'm a couple years out on Rosen's getting there. He's a long ways off before I can get. I've been really, I've been trying to build the guy, but my defense is kind of long in the tooth. You look at some of my DBs and they're late 20s into 30s and stuff. So I got a little bit of a rebuild on D that I got to worry about more than anything. I think my offense is pretty young. Some of my old line's a little old, so it's just like every Madden, you got to deal with the cards you're dealt, as you guys know more than I do, because you guys, having a high overall team. Like I think I was 83 when I started. I'm probably 83, 84 right now. Is good, but you got to look at the age too that I think is going to come into a play here. I know Madden's been pretty good about here of late. Some of the older players have kind of they've kept their status a little more. That in the last couple Maddens. I think it was 2 Maddens ago. Man, if you had somebody over 30 years old, you might as well just throw them to the wood pile. But it seems like some of these older players are definitely sticking in the game a little more than they have been. So I think I got a little bit of a rebuild on some of that. Just making sure I get some of the right pieces into place. And it's I don't know. We're going to see in this stock draft how some of the players are and how they fit, into everybody's team.
Okay. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how you maneuver. Because you're a guy who usually gets a lot of high draft picks and gets a lot of good young talent. So it'll be interesting to see how you shuffle that around. Especially I see Big Ben sucking up a lot of your salary cap as is.
Oh, it's brutal.
Sucking up a lot of mine as well. He's going to sit the bench. So
yeah, it's brutal having that cap issue, so early on. But I'm used to it. If you go with Ross, always made a pretty nice salary, and it's definitely something you got to deal with every Madden.
okay. Well, I appreciate you jumping in here. Myself and Ty, and I'm gonna wrap it up, man. It's been, like I said, we had 2 hours and 15 minutes. So,
woo, yeah, it was a great show, man. You guys are good. I'll tap out and let you guys finish up. Appreciate it. Yeah, we do always have something going on in the background. Everybody's okay.
we're gonna back on at the end of the season, so you can talk about any changes, anything like that for the next season.
Yeah, we'll definitely. This is when we like to make our rule changes, kind of in between seasons, So if we're going to do anything, we like to start out the entire, so everybody knows what we're doing before we get into the season, and that way we can all adjust accordingly and stuff. So I appreciate you having me on, guys.
All right,
take care, man. USFL.
Well, I don't have anything else on that note. You?
No, sir. Ready to get to eat, man.
Yeah, for sure. Me too. So I guess with that being said, we appreciate everybody tuning in. A couple guys who did jump in. Another good one. Episode 53, I believe. And I guess Ty will try to make it happen maybe before the Super Bowl and before them championship games, something like that.
Definitely.
Okay, I'll definitely be locked in. I'm gonna be interesting to see. Man, one of them two dudes lose, boy. They probably be hard to get on the show. Man, I'm telling you.
Man.
Yeah, man. All right. Well, I guess myself, Ty, the owner's box, signing off, man.